whenever you get comfortable, man, you have to get uncomfortable, dude. You have to stay in uncomfortable mode. I mean, constantly, bro.
I love
Constantly,
that.
walk further, and just life in general, man, is just uncomfortable. Be nicer to people. If you're fucking nicer to people, you're actually being uncomfortable because most people are not nice to each other. Be a gentleman, open up a fucking door. You understand? Be nice to folks. That's uncomfortable.
Dude, this last year has been fucking just a mind opening, eye opening, everything for me. It's all new. It has been a whole year since we've opened up Arlo. And biggest thing I took out of this group, for one, is action. Don't nothing. A dream's just a dream unless you fucking do something. You can say all this shit and say all the stuff you're going to be doing and plan it all out, but if you don't do what you say you're going to do, or at least just take that first initial step, you're not going to do anything. You're going to have all this paperwork and all these great ideas and nothing to show for it. Second thing is VCG. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a fucking pussy here, dude. The uncomfortable factor comes in with that. Mastermind group couldn't have been named any fucking better. Dude, I've been getting uncomfortable for this whole fucking year. I don't know anything about owning a business. Never even thought about owning a business or getting my ass uncomfortable. I did a fucking walkthrough yesterday and got a client thanks to Joe's referral. I've been talking to different people about different shit that I've never thought I'd be doing at my age, or at all in general. And it's just opening doors and opening new opportunities for us as me as my family, and me as an individual trying to get to where I want to be in life. And I mean, this group has actually kind of been pivotal in that movement. That's why, I mean, I'm assuming that's why a lot of us haven't left, because it is something that we haven't had before. And those of us who don't have that support or that individual will inside of us come into this group itself, kind of like sparks a little fire in us, answers a lot of questions that we have, makes us fucking do shit, man, every single day. I mean, fuck, I used to get up to go run, but never at 3:45 in the morning. I never thought I'd be a fucking part-time x-ray tech, being able to make more money in my business than I do at my fucking job. That's what I'm doing right now. But dude, it's been great. The whole fucking year's been great. And I mean, it's only going to go from here. No stopping, man. No stopping.
Love it, man. Good shit, bro. Shit, you got me fired up. Good shit. And the call and just go take action. Shit.
The thing that I'm taking away from the group, about 15 years ago, I had a supervisor tell me I need to be more assertive. That's real cool, but that's just all he said. You need to be more assertive. And in the last year, I've learned to be more assertive to the group. I've learned to speak up a little bit more. I learned to, so I think that's what the main thing I took away. The money, yeah, that's great. Let's not call a spade a spade. Making more money has definitely been nice, but I wouldn't have got there without, speaking up or, charging more appropriately. I would have just been like, okay, whatever, no, we're going to be doing an extra hours worth of work. We need an extra $100, stuff like that. So I think that's the biggest thing I took away from the group, is just being taught how to be assertive just by being around the right people.
So I always want to be here because I need it and stuff. It's like a drug a little bit, so talk to some of you guys through the week and stuff, but just this being able to see your ugly mugs kind of helps a little bit and stuff and keeps me motivated and pulling and stuff. So that's just for me. I need this and myself in the right frame of mind and everything. What I have learned probably in this last year is my self-worth. You guys have helped me do that, to understand that, every one of us here brings something to the table on a daily to other people. Understand that. And it's not just people in our business life, but maybe even more importantly to our family. And everything we're doing on this business part, remember that is for our families, whatever we are trying to do. So that's probably one of the things, the biggest things. And don't be a pussy Vic thing. I'll never forget that my entire life, and stuff. But that's just my self worth. And sometimes I think we forget about what we are honestly worth in the world.
And over the year, man, proximity has been my big thing. Just getting with next to the right people. You guys, other groups I'm with, going out, meeting people at expos, conferences. Proximity has been huge. And then, like Arlo touched on it, my word of the year, action. That's been big for me over since we started, and very focused since this year. So
again, showing up, man. Like I said, and I'm gonna repeat it again. Like, hell yeah, spring water, let's go. Cheers to that.
It's all we drink, baby. It's all we drink.
Get uncomfortable, spring water, baby. But no, again, showing up, guys. Like I said before, like you want to lose weight, then show up to the gym. You want your business to fucking increase, then show up to the sales, right? Like you want you want a better relationship with your husband, wife, then fucking show up. Like that's literally what it takes. Like you want to be a good dad, show up. Like it's funny. A lot of the people that I meet up with, they always ask me 3 questions that I see back to back. But one of them is that, like, what's the key to success? And to me, it's like, get uncomfortable and show up, take action, right? Like that's literally number 1. And then the other question that I get a lot is like, how are you doing, these big things or getting these big names on your podcast or your music, and my answer to that, guys, is just be authentic, just be yourself, be original, and all that. Here's the thing. It's noise up here, right? This is you right here. You're the mic. Okay. There's noise up here happening at all fucking times. Right. But this is you. You need to focus on this mic. You need to focus on yourself. And once you do that, guess what? You make noise. Like it's just the way it happens. But when you make noise, you have to ignore that noise, because it's easy to fall. I mean, you've heard it before with artists, like in any genre, that will make it, and then boom, drugs or, whatever, alcohol, like whatever. Guys, that doesn't take you guys away from that. I'm sure you guys have a share of that. Like we all have that. We all have, our times where we messed up and we fucked up, and we were there once, right? But the thing is, I want you guys to clearly understand that, like, this is huge. Like it's actually going to be part of like the book that I've been telling you guys about that I've been putting together. Like, there's this noise up here. Ignore that fucking noise. That noise, guys, that could be people talking smack about your business, about your personal. Like we talked about it today a little bit about that. All that noise, like VCG brought up some stuff. Like that's all noise. As long as you keep focusing on this, keep showing up every day, keep doing the little things. Are you drinking that water? Are you, like, that's what this group is about. And again, whenever people ask me, well, what, I don't know, it's just magic. Like literally, I just tell them it's energies. Like energies are real. You are who you hang with. And if you're hanging with people like this that are going to keep you accountable about the little stuff, then the big stuff, that noise that I was talking about, will be there. You're going to make noise regardless, but it all starts here. And the thing is, I could sit back and be like, oh, well, I already made this noise. Like, and this goes for all of you guys in your business right now. All of you guys could be like, you know what? Like, God forbid something happened to us, guys. I can sense that all of you guys would be happy if you guys were to die tomorrow. All of you guys would be happy with what you have done. And the reason is because of that fucking noise, because you continue to ignore that noise, but you're focusing on this. And this right here, guys, is what matters. Who's next to you? This next to this mic, right? Your spouse, the friends, the relationships. That's the people that matter, not this noise. But guess what? Keep focusing on that. You're gonna make noise. Your business. So very important, but it comes from showing up. And again, I get those questions all the time, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I think what we have going on in this group is beautiful. Again, it's a magic. It's energies are real, guys. You are who you hang with. Like it's been proven. Like you literally you go back to your younger years, guys. Like you guys have experienced it. Go back to high school. Go back to middle school. Were you hanging out with somebody who was smoking? You probably smoked. Were you hanging around with people that were broke or doing something? You were probably there too, or about to be. Like it's just energy. So now we're hanging out with people that are literally here. Like, hey, how can we get better? What can we do so we can become a better person, right? So we can become that better friend, father, all that. The list goes on, right? Like I say that every single time, but again, it just comes down to this mic right here. You focus on that. And guys, be selfish. Like it is what it is, because again, you're a cup, and whatever the hell you do with that cup, it just overflows to everybody else around you. But don't worry about this shit right here. This noise is it's there. You're gonna make noise, good, bad. You're always gonna make noise. You just gotta stay focused on what you guys have going on, and the rest will follow you guys. And again, being yourself is what creates that noise, guys. So be yourself to the fullest. Again, we've talked about being authentic in the past, and I can't stress that enough. Like that's my answer every time. Like, well, what do you? You know what? I'm just being myself. I'm just being authentic. Like I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I'm not trying to be out there acting like I'm this big. You know, one big thing also that I wanted to talk to you guys about was like there's experience. And then there's ego. Matter of fact, that's a name of a chapter on my new book, Ego versus Experience. And think about that. This is like shit, man. I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about it. And every time I think about it, because there's so many people that will claim experience, but it's their ego talking. And the people that have the most experience are the most quiet ones. The people with the biggest ego are the loudest ones. And just think about that for a second. So literally every time that you guys are being authentic, it cannot be your ego talking. Like the ego is good, guys. Like the thing is that's a thing. Like the ego is a thing. Like, but it's that noise that needs to do the ego thing. The ego goes up here with that noise. All you guys have to do is just focus on what can I do today? What experience can I get? What can I learn today? And we've talked about this. Every time I show up to meet somebody, I don't care if they're, dude, I had breakfast the other day with the 14-year-old. I think I shared that with you guys a few weeks back. And I was there thinking, what can I learn out of this as well? He invited me, and I'm all for that. Like, man, like I guarantee you there were some seeds planted that maybe all of you guys have this too. All of us have that. Like where sometimes you might hear something and it could be the next day, it could be years later, it could be months later. It'll come and be like, you know what? I remember that. It's that little moment, right, that we talk about. And anyways, but I went in there knowing that my goal was to obviously hopefully plant some seeds in there, and that 14-year-old in the future could be something amazing, change that life, that one life that we talk about every time. But also I was in there like, what can I learn out of that? Right. Like, and also a lot of times, guys, when you have these conversations, and catch yourself talking too, because the experience that you guys are sharing is also part of that thankfulness, right? Like where you're reflecting, like what is the experiences that I've had? And also don't be selfish with those experiences. Those are the experiences that you guys need to post on social media and all that. That's the sad thing, is that there's a lot of people that post, you know, based on ego, and again, ego versus experience. I'll leave that up to you guys. You know, if you guys have some feedback later, text it on the group.
Think like a millionaire and hustle like you broke. Spit some game, drop the mic after I spoke.